down by McGravy. Rascal taking a fair bit of damage too. Point unlocks, and Shock happily actually almost securing it there, but Rascal just double directs. KSP instantly goes down, and that is your main tool really now to deal with the Farah, so Rascal can get permanently damage boost, and even Moth can actually play a little bit of backup to the rest of his team too, because Rascal's not going to be in any danger. Point does get capped, Super diving on in, and that was a very sad charge by Gig. Oh, Super doing it to him.
And he does get hard pocketed too, and like Rascal had that, but he missed 2 rockets during that initial engagement, and now KSP is alive, takes him out.
Let this lad aim. There's going to be a Deadeye onto Super's sleeping corpse. He does find the D-Mech onto Choi as well. That's who you want to nano, really. Rascal's going to come back with a barrage, but still Valiant haven't taken the point. A lot of time now burning up, and Rascal comes back. A little bit of revenge on KSP. Barrage on top as well. Gig McGravy down. Sleep onto the Farah. Doesn't matter in the end, as Shock should just be able to take this one rather cleanly. There's going to be an EMP. Didn't get too many people, not gonna lie, but that was it. Last ditch attempt, 99%. There's gonna be one person touching. It's gonna be Rain. He's gonna get taken out. Even a window high up in the skies. Violet and Rascal kind of hugging each other, using it as well. And Valiant are just cleared on out. This self-destruct has to be absolutely massive. It doesn't get much. And this is gonna be the cleanup now for the Shock as they take well.
Yeah, very late EMP. You might want to call it an EMP. It did absolutely nothing. Okay. He hit opening up. Striker's actually on high ground too as Ash, so that always feels good. He gets annihilated. Sorry, Caster Curse.
Dominated in the neutral there. There's going to be no cap for Shock just yet, although they're still building up. Oh, Violet showed himself not a brief moment and got ran over by McGravy. Has to be KSP cleaning on up as well. Valiant, bit of a different affair now coming on to Lighthouse. Too bad whatsoever. Still a small gap there. You could definitely shoot through and destroy the window, but it's not worth it at this point as they are touching. Gig is going pretty low, but healed up by Lastro once again. Gravy takes out Choi. Good news for the Valiant right now, but Gig actually gets anti-naded and Bob ends up taking him out. A perfectly placed Bob at the back of the point, so Valiant can't actually back out of it whatsoever, and Shock end up taking the cap there.
Yeah, Bob playing the corner there is really a perfect use of that ultimate.
I think Shatter could come out potentially, but he just wants to play around that Immortality build to start off with. The Gravy Bomb doesn't quite find much, but Violet ends up going down. Checks for the TP behind you. Nothing personal, kid. Ends up taking him out. The beat is going to come through as well to make sure Valiant can stay in this fight, but with a big freeze means a big couple of kills for the Shock. And now Valiant really only on one fight at this point, 70% and building, as the rest of Valiant are going to get cleaned up. Even a Shatter from Super just chatting out at this point. Shock, but just no mercy whatsoever for the Valiant squad. Deadeye on the side. Oh, Shaq's taken down. Rascal playing defensive this time to make sure Violet doesn't go down first up. Gig with a Shatter has to beat out Super's shield is the problem. Bob was on the point doing a whole bunch of damage, and like you were saying, Gig has to play a dangerous game now. In fact, have to make himself not known on the point, and actually gets naded by Violet. Moth finds the boop, almost killing off McGravy, and that forces him to then back off the point too. OT's going to tick through, and there it is. Shock in a blink of an eye, almost.
Is that guy? You know you are.
No, I think you want to hit Matt Morello, Mr. X. He's kind of a big fan of anime. I merely dabble.
Well, speaking of Mr. X, this is the Matt strat. You just sim right on the point, and this is generally how it goes when I play with Matt too. You sim on a point, and you just get murdered. I will tell you how it's played with Matt. He will bait you. Do not play games with Mr. Matt quite as much. Someone's on the back. It's Striker. McGravy's going to chase him down. Not really where you want to be. Oh, doesn't quite get the mega health pack. So and Rain finds the double boop as well. Oh, beautiful start from the Valiant. That was actually going to be really good for San Francisco, but the timing was just a little bit off. San Francisco had that high ground, which is where you want like your supports to be up there. Just to be up there and rolling. The timing's a little bit off, and then Rain just finds that.
Damn.
And, yeah, later, dog.
That's huge play by Moth, though, picking up first kill at this point. Striker did get slept, but look at the ults for Shock. They can now move on out. Good flashback, actually, almost ended Super's life with a perfectly timed bio grenade from Violet. Keeps him alive and well. Deadeye in the back, though. KSP gets risen up in the air, not before he can claim a life, though, in Moth. That Bob doing a whole bunch, and Striker following it up as well with a kill onto Shax. They're both pretty even. So many bodies kind of littering the floor of Hanamura currently. Both teams losing a whole
from the Valiant, but they're gonna push it.
Yeah, they got the beat in. Shaq's going to unleash the Death Blossom as well. Does get stunned up as Gig finds the pillar to Choi. Not quite enough damage though. Super received the nano. Cleaves on through. Shax and Gig in the wrong place at the wrong time. And the Valiant are going to go down. The first point is going to get capped. Although they did forego at least 3 minutes on that first point. Not too bad at all. Rascal's on the side there is pretty nice. Although Beats is going to come through. As well as that self-destruct on top. Next couple of kills. Moth is actually on the side, just doing a lot of damage, by the way. Choi Urban ends up killing up 2 people, and now they can just jump onto the point. And now this is where the double shield really comes into its own, when they have to try and recontest this, because the shadow is going to come out from Gig, sure, but you have to contend with 2 shields and a bomb, and potentially a window as well. Oh my lord. Well,
bye Gig.
And there it is. Gig just got deleted. I was hoping maybe he has basically free reign over this point with the hands, though. Rascal's going to have to do something rather special. Striker's going to be able to TP back, though. He has jumped over to the Reaper, but it's going to be too little too late if Valiant have anything to say about it. They do end up finding the charge, and a beautiful pin from Gig all the way downtown. Thank you very much. And now KSP just finishing on up. Very quick push for the Valiant. KSP, he's good. He's got the wall climb. Yeah. That should be the point gap.
It's really smart from Valiant, too, because San Francisco were trying to play that slow. It was a 5v6.
Oh my goodness, where did Gig go? He's in the back line. He's almost entered their spawn. There's going to be Choi Urban with a flux on the high ground. Immortality Field's going to save the rest of the team for the time being. Rascal ends up going down, though. KSP with a quick headshot. That should just be it, really, for the Valiant, if they can stabilize. There's going to be a stabilization of an ultimate there from Shock. It's not even a word or a sentence. I don't know what I'm talking about. Shock end up using the beat is what I was trying to get at, and Valiant end up wiping. What a perfect entry kill, though, for KSP onto Rascal. Very early visit, very aggressive, too. Valiant were able to get out of that rather easily. There's the Shatter onto Rascal. Goodbye. One brief arrow from KSP will do it. Self-destruct from McGravy was launched up into the sky, making sure everybody tried to dodge cover, and Violet and Moth are dead. So now Valiant can get onto the point. Rascal picking over to Doom. Shax holding the spawn doors, and that will be Rascal going down, and now the Dragon Strike coming in. Almost a perfect chain of ultimates from Valiant. My goodness, that looked clean.
Yeah, Anna can just chill up here. Sometimes if they have a BAP or BAP touch. Isolated Choi.
They did kill off Shax though. Not too bad at all. Valiant losing their Shax and the KSP person. Well, that's pretty bad. Goodbye, Gig. As soon as they go down, that's really about it. You haven't really got much damage to follow up with. McGravy has to go just crazy, which he's definitely not going to be able to on the D.Va against this comp. KSP and Shax, unfortunately, end up going down first. You saw them, of course, push off Choi from the high ground, then kind of corral on him.
Better angle.
He's nice
ready to go here.
The rock! Oh no, KSP! He got stunned out that rock, and then the Nano Reinhardt straight on top of him. But what is this? Gig in the backline finds the pin. This is really good for Valiant, to be fair, as they do have spawn advantage. Although I say that there's still a lot of people alive for the Shock. Violet's actually going to go switch over to the Mercy to get back to the point a lot quicker, as they do find 2-3 ticks now. That looks actually so good for Valiant there. KSP, unfortunately, gets fired for that matter. Shax is actually TPing. I'm assuming he's TPing to the back line to help the supports. Although he gets taken down by Striker. Traded out, though, by McGravy. Good for the offense, though, as the defenders have a long way to go. McGravy ends up falling. Now the double shield really comes into its element, and with the mate as well onto the point. Gig with the attempted charge. Rocked up, though, by Choi, taken out by Super. 1 minute and 40 seconds. KSP with a beautiful frag, actually, onto Violet and Rascal. What? On almost a lost fight. This is going to be really good for the Valiant now, as they can come back rather fast next.
Yeah, they're getting into it, and now everybody is stuck in a corner, and that's where Reaper wants to be with these big tanks in the corner. He's going to go in and clean up Super.
Someone needs to be on point, though, Hex. They're not actually... They're finding kills, but they still need to get point percentage. There you go. Finally, they're actually on there getting the capture. I felt like at least one person needs... Yep, Astro's going to use that window as well. Not entirely sure what that actually was. It does end up going down. Rascal doing a fair bit of damage from the back line. Super now gets nanoed in the front. So it's all your support Super. That's who's doing it, really. You wouldn't have got that kill without the nano. That's what I say to my tell my ranked mates, that's for sure. 50 seconds remaining, though, for the Valiant now to try to
play this patiently. There's 20 seconds, which is like 15 seconds of you just building ultimate. You don't have to go right now.
Striker TPs, Super finds one kill. Wall's going to isolate them. This should be really the fight over and done with. Yeah, KSP is down. Shaq's just trying his hardest to try and get something done. That Shatter on the side. Super going for the longest pit of his life. And the victory crouches as well. The Valiants are going to get stopped on the second point. As Super flexing just a little bit. Already 60% away towards the Blizzard. Not too bad whatsoever. McGravy frozen. McGravy dead. Rain comes back with a big boop though, killing off Choi. Striker ends up falling as well, so potential massive bait there for the Valiant as McGravy ended up falling, but they ended up tearing apart Shock on the sidelines.
Yeah, it looked like it was all the way to San Francisco there. Like this actually, after winning the first fight, you don't want to give the defenders high ground advantage, which they would naturally have. So the Valiant have taken the fight up top, and they're just denying this choke.
Oh my goodness, that was so close. Oh, that was so close to being a 3K. That's a big nade onto Super, but the rest of Shock are going to clean up Valiants. My goodness. KSP, there you go. He finally ends up going down. Super just shield. Beat's going to come out for both teams. Now Shaq in the back line, spinning to win. Ends up getting stunned. Not too much damage, and actually a majority of that damage is basically donated to Choi over shield. But KSP and McGravy go to town on the front line. There will be a nano onto Troy to try and subvert a lot of this damage from the Valiant, and Striker ends up going to the back, ending up taking a last throw in KSP, but no! The Z9 for Shock. Valiant end up capping the point. Choi stepped off for a brief moment. Striker looked like he was going to carry the last bit of that fight. I like the way Valiant are doing this, of course, setting up KSP for success. Shaq's teleporting to the back line, using the Wraith. Choi ends up actually going down. Of all people to die to that Deadeye, it is going to be Choi. And now Shock are on the back foot, even more so now as Rascal has been caught out a little bit unaware. Striker also falling. Rather quick clean up here with a nade on the back. Shock though, what do they expend there? Not all too much, so they can come back into this fight, but Valiant not...
Now they're going to be able to come out.
Grab as well on the Velo. Oh my goodness, that nade. Both those nades, in fact, were so good, but the Deadeye was way better. Gig ends up shattering Striker to death, but importantly enough, actually, Violet stayed alive somehow. Gig only needed one more swing, and Violet's going to be able to keep the rest of his team up now.
Watch right now, Sky Noon.
Oh, Super. Oh, he got booped off. Yeah, now he's going to have to go pretty big in this fight to win this one. Nastro does get booped though by Moth. Beat's going to come out as well to save Gig. They have to do something here, at least take out Super in this engagement, otherwise it's going to be lost rather quickly as Violets does unfortunately end up going down as well for the Shock. Now Super end up falling, and reverse tactical crouch for the Valiant, I think. Choi ends up going down as well. Super's nano shatter getting booped. That's one for the highlight reels, that's for sure.
Moth tries to keep him alive. Name a more iconic duo. Moth and trying to save Super from... My goodness, he's always in the
oh my god! What was that? Gig got launched up twice into the air. The shatter didn't land, but the grab landed on the front line of Shock. My goodness! These shatters are getting waylaid so much. Choi with the flux up in the skies. OT is here for the Valiant. They need to get on payload. KSP with a beautiful flashbang is going to get coalesced on if he's not careful. The nano onto the May though. Rascal now clicking heads. The Shock are going to be able to hold just before this third point. Super's asleep, not doing much on the payload, but he doesn't really need to do much now. A quick clean up for the Shock. And there it is. Just before second, and now a clear win condition for the series.
That's what they have, so they're just going to be ultra aggro. Reaper in the back gets spotted out by Moth.
Beautiful freeze onto the D.Va, instant Blizzard, instant nade, instant kills. McGravy's going to unleash the self-destruct, not quite find anything. This should be the fight now cleaning up for the Shock. That's what you want to see from your May, or your just anybody that can stop this D.Va from eating the Blizzard. It's perfect. Striker cleaning everybody up now.
Yeah. It's just...
Secure the fight. Might just do it. Nano on to Choi. Right now, Lastro just trying to do his best to keep Shax alive, so nanoing him in the process. McGravy dead. This isn't over at all, like you said. Striker's going to come back. Super as well, picking up kills for themselves. And now Choi nearing his second flux of the fight. A charge into a counter charge from Super. Lands himself in the back. He gets slept, he gets stunned and naded. It's all over though, as Choi in the back causing absolute chaos. How does he not die? How did the Valiant not secure the kill? Shock now.
There's not enough superlatives to talk about how good Choi Hyobin is. It's just not.
There's the flux in the back once again. Delo not doing all too much, but they're creating a whole bunch of space. Valiant have actually gone to the high ground. They wanted to try and secure something for KSP, but have lost out in the low ground fight in the process. Lastro and Gig are going to fall. Shax as well. This might just be it. This self-destruct has to be big. It's in the back. It doesn't find much, but damage on Super Shield. Striker takes out Rain, finishes off the game. There it is. Shock with the clean.